Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
Here Thursday morning, I needed you. 9:02 on this 13th day of June. That kind of rhymes. CJ Nasello, it's our daily show right here on RiverBender.com, Roku TV, anywhere, everywhere. You 2.9 million people have watched this show. Thanks for tuning in. We got a great one for you. We're going to be talking to Luis Noya in about 15 minutes or so. I haven't talked to Luis in a while. So we'll see how the Cardinals are doing, and we'll see if there's anything to really look forward to. And I haven't paid attention, so I'm going to be surprised, I think. Then around 10:30, we're going to be talking to Chocolate Covered Creations over there in Granite, a really cool cafe. Charles was out there and did a really good job on a video. Sydney did a write-up, and I wanted to chat with him for a bit to learn a little bit more about the business and ways that we can patronize it. But, man, I am just still fighting the sinus infection. I don't know if you guys are kind of going through the same thing, but this weather pattern's got to stop. All I know is that we got a great day. I got the studio clean because Brian Trust is coming in, and I wanted to make sure my junk was all looking better. So you are beautiful. That starts at 2 o'clock today, and we'll go until 3 o'clock. Really proud of Brian for taking the chance, and he's doing a wonderful, wonderful job, and glad that he's a part of the team, so make sure you tune in for that. At 9:04, here's what's happening around the Riverbend. Sign up for the daily email update, and you'll never miss out. You can join myself, and you can join 70,000 people that are truly in the know each and every day of the work week with around the Riverbend. We'll take you to Wood River first. Pipefitter Tom Allen has marked a remarkable milestone, celebrating 50 years at the Wood River Refinery on the 4th of June. Known for his dedication and love for overtime, Allen's journey almost didn't happen due to past rules prohibiting multiple family members from working at the refinery simultaneously. After serving in the Navy, Allen finally joined the refinery once his father retired, and over the decades, he has become a fixture, contributing to key projects like the Texas Heat Exchangers installation. Allen advises new employees to invest in company stock and attributes his health to roller skating. Contemplating retirement, he looks forward to enjoying local life and joining the McDonald's Best Breakfast Club. Congratulations to Tom Allen on his 50 years at the Wood River Refinery. That's pretty remarkable. In Bethalto Community Unit School District Number 8 Associate Superintendent Dr. Kelly McLean is transitioning to a new role as Superintendent of Litchfield Community District Number 12. McLean, who has enjoyed her 8 years in Bethalto, she reflected positively of her time there despite various challenges faced. She began her career in education at East St. Louis High School and has held multiple positions in other districts. McLean is excited to join the Purple Panther community and return closer to her hometown of Mount Olive. She is confident Bethalto will continue to thrive and looks forward to her new chapter in Litchfield. Also in the news today at 9:06, according to Eddie Scholler, Village Dispensary is running smoothly and they're all having fun over there. The dispensary, located at 110 Northport Drive in Godfrey, celebrated its grand opening last weekend on the 8th of June with vendors and giveaways, and I was on hand too. Scholler praised his staff for their professionalism and speed, noting the cannabis industry requires quick service. Despite over hundreds of attendees at the event, his team efficiently managed customer flow, providing a seamless experience. And Scholler, also the owner of Fast Eddie's, highlighted the difference between the bar and dispensary operations. And note that the dispensary offers a wide range of cannabis products and is open 7 days a week. That full write-up on RiverBender.com. Also in the news here locally, attorney Ed Unsell has defended Zachariah Yinger, the owner of Studio 420, against accusations of criminal activity. The attorney for Yinger Unsell clarified that Yinger's products, classified as hemp, are legally sold in other local stores. Independent tests confirm these products sometimes exceed allowable THC concentrations. Yinger offered to close Studio 420 and remove certain products from his stores in exchange for the return of his property and no criminal charges. He emphasized his compliance and with federal and state inquiries, conceding issues with underage sales but attributing them to the employees. Yinger aims for transparency and community respect, planning to repurpose Studio 420 for personal use. That was in part of a letter that was sent to RiverBender.com, and you can see that full article in its entirety at RiverBender.com/news. Andy Zirkelbach and Shirley Zirkelbach were recently injured in a newly built deck at their home on Calhoun Drive off of Clifton Terrace, and it collapsed on May the 15th. Madison County Sheriff's Deputy Sidney Williams heroically kicked down their door to access the couple. On June the 12th, the Zirkelbecks visited Mayor McCormick's office to offer their heartfelt thanks to Deputy Williams and the Godfrey Fire Protection District for their exceptional work. Mr. Zirkelbach was airlifted from the scene, and both are currently recovering from their injuries. We all saw the photo of that, and just grateful that they're okay. And kudos to Deputy Sheriff Sidney Williams for stepping in and saving the day. At 9:08, let's take a look at your weather. It's 81 degrees. It's not going to be fun out there today, folks. Let's just talk reality. It feels like 87 already, and it's 9:08. Today, mostly sunny and hot, and tonight, mostly cloudy, humid. There could be a strong thunderstorm in the area, and those thunderstorms, if they do come, we're being told, could bring hail and damaging winds. Air quality sitting at a 39 today, which is good. Grass is at moderate levels at 12. Mold is low. Ragweed low. Tree levels are moderate, and the UV index is sunscreen dangerous. Get that sunscreen on and save your skin. Temperatures reach 96 degrees today. They drop down to 70 overnight. On Friday, a high of 88, a low of 63 degrees. And on Saturday, a high of 88, a low of 70. No rain in the forecast. On Sunday and Monday, you know it's bad when the weather icon's just a thermometer that's all the way up. A high of 96 degrees both days, Sunday and Monday, and both low temperatures for Sunday and Monday will be 75, making it for the warm stretch finally getting on over here. You can stay up to date in real time all the time with RiverBender.com/weather and check out our really interactive weather radar on the weather page. This is one of the best that I've been able to work with, and it's so accurate. When I'm coaching soccer in the fall time, or especially in spring with all the rain that comes in, it's great to know when that storm's going to come so I can kind of adapt and know, hey, are they going to cancel practice today? Is that a possibility? For coaches, for parents, just for your peace of mind, RiverBender.com/weather. Underneath the Alton webcam, you can see it all in its glory. For time and temperature throughout the day, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane. He is your... Get on over here. My mouse was getting stuck. Could have been taken out of context. He's your local State Farm agent. And, I just love that we have the time and temperature line. The Alton, Illinois History Group page on Facebook really gave us some love for that, and we appreciate it. I think Mike was the one that really pushed for the phone line, the weather line, so I just love it. Hey, looking to channel your inner Snoop Dogg? Swing by Village Dispensary for the best cannabis around. Their friendly staff gets you in and out and faster than you can say D-O-double what, G. Whether you're after vapes, flowers, topicals, tinctures, edibles, concentrates, or accessories, they've got the stash to make Willie smile. Locally owned and community rooted, Village Dispensary is union built, and it believes everyone deserves quality cannabis, and that quality cannabis experience, whether or not you've been there 100 times already, whether or not you've never, utilized cannabis before. They have a consultation area. They aren't rushing you in and out of the door and making you nervous before you eat your first gummy. They're taking care of you there. At Village Dispensary, they really want you to stop by, see that amazing selection, and just see the atmosphere that they've created. That's Village Dispensary, villagedispo.com. And don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way. That's Village Dispensary or villagedispo.com. Before we take a quick break, look at Skycam. This has been kind of wild, but the way that everything's been lately here, I don't know about you guys, but this has got to be the fastest spring, summer experience I've ever had. I swear, I closed my eyes, and I remember my family being here for Mother's Day, and then, close my eyes for a couple of seconds longer, remember Easter. But we're almost at 4th of July time. I mean, think about this. The F1 powerboat races are coming up in just about a week. I mean, June 22nd. And then next week, we're going to be talking to Zach, and we're going to learn more about what he's doing in regards with the MRF and all that fun stuff coming down the pipeline. But the next thing you know, I mean, it's going to be August again. So make sure you're staying prepared. And you're always going to stay prepared with Hainer Library because, getting your child signed up for that library card, getting your family their library cards is huge and really pertinent, not only for the library's success, which we need to support our library. We have one of the best in the area. It's the fact of the matter that that you're presenting every opportunity for your child to really gain some more knowledge, get all the rust knocked off before August flips around the corner. I mean, they got access to audiobooks, ebooks, the Creative Bug app where you can truly learn, how to do some arts and crafts and kind of do something different that's not a video game, all that fun stuff. Plus ad-free, force-free streaming. And what I think's really cool is the resource center. You guys had to do those citations when you were handwriting your papers. I kind of got lucky because the internet was around for me, but you guys didn't. And now, when someone Googles something, it's so dangerous because how do you know if it's legit? How do you know if it's accurate? Because let me tell you something, you Google it, you need to Google it 4 or 5 times before you really figure out if that's the argument you're sticking to or that's the verdict. You know what I'm saying? At Hainer Library, you know that everything you read is legitimate. You know what you use is legitimate, and you know those citation tools are legitimate too. Be a part of it. Get your library card, and you can do so by going to HainerLibrary.org. That's HainerLibrary.org. Why don't we do this? We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Luis Noya joins us right after this on RiverBender.com.
If I really could have hung the moon, would it change your mind? If I could cry a little harder and get a little less sleep at night, if I had 2 dozen roses.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Sitting in the sun, I'm sure it'll hit me when I walk through that door tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna miss her. Oh, looky there, I've got a bite. All right.
Welcome back to our daily show. Hey, wanted to fill you in. Village Dispensary's got a lot of great deals going on, too. Forgot to add that to my live read. While we're waiting for Luis, let me fill you in on what's happening. This weekend, the Buzz Tones are going to be at Flock Food Truck Park on this Friday. That's June the 14th. And you can stop by, grab some great food, catch some great vibes, and listen to some great music. Now, on Saturday, I am so excited for this. RiverBender.com will be broadcasting from the Juneteenth celebration. Now, we're going to do this a little bit differently, but you guys are going to be able to see some of the sights and sounds. If you haven't stopped by the Juneteenth Celebration of Freedom, this is the 33rd annual one. This is held at James Killian Park, and this is one you don't want to miss. There's so many people there. This is all a bunch of fun. The festivities begin at 11:30 with an opening ceremony featuring the American Legion Post 345 flag. There's going to be music, so much entertainment happening. The event hosted by MC Tiana Gibson with DJ Steve Love, providing the music throughout the day. The program includes a welcome address, a patriotic segment, a keynote speech, and so much more. We're going to be out there early on Saturday from about 11:30 to about or 11 to about 12:30, where I can get in there a little bit early, talk to a few of the organizers before all the craziness starts, and then we'll be re-airing that too throughout the day, so you guys get on out there and have some fun. That happens this Saturday. It's the 33rd annual Juneteenth Celebration of Freedom. This happens at James Killian Park at 11:30 a.m. is when you can stop by, but I'm telling you what, you better get there early because you're not going to find parking for miles. It's a really big day. Over there at the VFW on Sunday this weekend, the Pancake Breakfast invites the community to the VFW Post 1308 on June the 16th. I just said that Sunday for a monthly gathering that's held every third Sunday from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. Now, the event supports VFW Post 1308. I am literally holding a sneeze in while I'm talking to you. And Scout Troop 1, offering a selection of pancakes, sausages, coffee, and orange juice, all for $10 a plate, and I am a real pro because I did not sneeze into this microphone. The event is open to the public. Hey, coming up on Friday, for all you estaters out there, the estate sale at Pontoon Beach in Granite is after 60 years, everything must go. From furniture and tools to kitchenware and home decor, they want you to visit 17 Lakeview Drive to find your next treasure. The Betsy Ann Picnic starts on Friday. This is really cool. This is June 14th and 15th, all weekend long in Brighton. The Glen Carbon Homecoming starts on Friday night. We just talked to the village, and man, I love the love that they give us here, and excited to do more to represent the Ed Glen portion of our platform, and I'm just excited for all of that. So stop by Glen Carbon this weekend for their homecoming and have some fun. Is Luis on the line yet? No? Okay. That's all right. And then on a Friday night at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville for $30, listen to this. You can indulge in all you can eat appetizers, buffet, drinks, and that fantastic sound of the band Strangers While you're supporting a great cause. This is for the Illinois Center of Autism. I love having Rachel Newsom on. She's a wonderful person, and you can go to Big Daddy's, have a great night for $30 and support a really cool cause. If you're back here local in Godfrey, kick off the summer season with Porch Cafe at Bakers and Hale on the patio, where you can enjoy delicious food, drinks, dancing, and groove to live music and celebrate the start of your summer. Or if you already did that already, just keep celebrating summer. You don't really, it's all up to you. It's all about perception. Hey, don't miss the summer concert series over there in Edwardsville. This is starting on Friday night with performances by the Steve Ewing Band and other local artists throughout the summer. It's the perfect way to enjoy those summer nights and get great music at the City Park Bandstand in Edwardsville. If you're in Edwardsville, get ready for another hilarious night of Stand Up at Sneaky's, June the 14th. It features a new lineup of comics and fresh jokes. Stand-up night promises to deliver a great time with limited spots available, so get yours now. And then on the 15th, you got the Hillsboro Farmers Market in the morning on Saturday. It's Saturday morning, the Alton Farmers and Artisans Market, and then the Land of Goshen Community Market as well. Plus, in Bunker Hill, you can head on over to Country Vibes Vendors and More for their farmers market, or they call it Market Days. That starts at 9 a.m., and the others start at 8. Plus, if you're in the Alton Godfrey area, stop by the White Birch on Saturday, June the 15th, for amazing deals on their sidewalk sale. A great store, a great opportunity to go and see if you can spruce up anything you need in your daily lives. Then you can stop by the Summer Picnic Memory Cafe at Hainer Library on June the 15th. Engage in hands-on activities, connect with others from 2 p.m. until 4 p.m., and then celebrate 618 Day early with 618 pre-weekend celebrations at Hippie Spirit in Granite City. On June the 15th, you can enjoy free hot dogs, a tattoo station, DIY, tie-dye activities, and more. And then on Saturday as well, you can mark a decade of great coffee in the community at the Mavis 10-year celebration at Milton Schoolhouse. Celebrate with live music, free coffee, and cake from 8 a.m. until 12 noon. And man, there's still a lot more. On Saturday, you can go to Hope Fest at the First Assembly of God Church in Wood River, featuring a bike show, inflatables, food trucks, and I think I heard, Luis, you could win a motorcycle with this one. At Bakers and Hale and Godfrey on Saturday night, listen to Tanglefoot on the patio and enjoy an evening of rock, country, and blues starting at 7 p.m. Channel 3 is live in Grafton on June the 15th with the show kicking off at 8 p.m. And now for all of you ghosters out there, I ain't scared of no ghosts, but I actually really am. You can go to McPike Mansion in Alton. Well, of course, I know where that is. The tour starts at 7 p.m. for their Flag Day Mansion tour, and it includes a visit to the cellar and a session with a medium. Not the medium. I really like that show. On Saturday as well, you can celebrate the Glendale Riders' 20th anniversary at the Glendale Riders' 20th anniversary bash at the loading dock in Grafton on June the 15th. The party kicks off at 8 p.m. with live music, festivities, and if you're in Woods River, as I am wrapping up my Saturday and getting rid of all the oxygen that's left in my bloodstream because I haven't taken a breath, enjoy original music and covers at Gavin O'Brien Live at the Pump House in Wood River on June the 15th with performances at 8 p.m. Make sure you stay up to date on RiverBender.com's community calendar. It's always in that daily email update with 70,000 of you that get that email every morning. And read my article. It makes me feel better about myself. Your Weekend Go Guide is available every Wednesday afternoon, getting you started for the weekend. All right, Luis.
That's all this Saturday?
Yeah. We have a lot going.
Wow.
Oh, are you on Zoom yet? Okay, no worries.
I'm on Zoom. Again, I'm in the car, so no video today for me. So you guys can enjoy me interviewing Ollie.
Oh.
That's my profile. Sure.
Okay, well, that's cool. Hey, well, fill me in. How's everything going with the Cardinals? Oh, by the way, yeah, that was everything. That's not even all of it. I actually skipped through quite a few. I'm proud of what I do with the calendar. I had a lot of events.
Wow, that's amazing. It's gonna be good Saturday in the Godfrey, Illinois, then.
No kidding. Hey, how's everything been?
Let's go back to Cardinals, yeah.
But seriously, though, we haven't talked in weeks.
In weeks, yeah, our schedules haven't aligned perfectly. Again, it says, and now today, again, the only reason I'm in the car, and again, this is so vague. I'm not currently driving to Enterprise Center because the Blues have a major important press conference, and that's what they are. Again, it's gonna affect the front office in some way. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
I have to assume it's going to be either involving Don Armstrong in some shape, way, or form, either a plan to for his succeed for somebody, or something important is going to happen. But that's going to be at 10 a.m.
today?
today. Yeah,
Oh man. So when did they call this?
they called it late last night after, and yeah, and they did it after all the festivities after we went Blues Day, right? Because yesterday was the anniversary, the 5-year anniversary of the St. Louis Blues winning the 2019 Stanley Cup.
Wow. I mean, do you have any thoughts? I mean, I don't follow the Blues too much to really understand how the front office works, but I mean, are we talking a shakeup at the general manager level?
Well, it has to be. And now remember, Doug Armstrong is the general manager and the president of hockey operations. So maybe they are announcing a general manager, and then Doug Armstrong is going to be still. Again, this whole hypotheticals, right?
Right.
There's nothing concrete. This is just me thinking. What are the scenarios? There again. Again, fans are like saying like maybe Steen might be the general manager in waiting, right? That's a good pick if that happens. But again, right now we just don't know a lot. Again, we'll know everything at 10 a.m.
I mean, wow. So, I mean, what's some of the reaction just in your circle? You know, was this something that people are texting about this morning?
No, it's like it's no secret that the Blues are a little bit hamstring, not a little bit, a lot of hamstrung with the cap because they're basically on in the cap right now, so they cannot make any moves that will not affect their tax situation, right?
Right.
So there's a little hamstrung there. Again, it's like, and also I can just see the other side of this. It's like again, Doug Armstrong did everything that he could do as the St. Louis Blue, and maybe there's a plan not next year, but the next 2-3 years to find somebody to replace him, and he can retire being the general manager of Canadian hockey, right, for the national team.
Well, it's just amazing. I mean, this is kind of fun to talk about this morning then because of how
It is.
I mean, this is developing news this morning. I mean, so um wow. Now here's the synopsis. I mean, what happens if they said we're just getting rid of them all around? I mean, can they get rid of them at the operational level?
Well, here's the thing. Again, I'll know a lot. Again, we'll know everything together, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know who is speaking. I don't know who. Again, it's just via Enterprise Center interview room. Again, it's still that they want this to be in person. So it tells me it's not. It cannot. Again, can it be a bad press conference? Like again, it's like I gotta be with Tom Stillman. That's the owner. Sure, that can happen. But if it's Tom Stillman, Doug Armstrong, and another person, that it's gonna be interesting too because that other person might be a new player in the Blues front office, right?
Right. Hey, let me ask you this, Luis. What are your initial questions just going into this? I mean, what are you kind of formulating?
Again, it's what I'm thinking here is about okay, so the move, whatever the move they make, it's how it's gonna happen, how it's gonna fasten the pace, because they want to say that it's a retool, but how is this gonna fasten the pace of the retool slash rebuilding? So it's not a 5-6 year process. Maybe it's a shorter process, right?
Right.
So that's why again, this move, again, whatever move it will affect how long or short it's going to be this process where the Blues are in this purgatory mode where, yeah, they're not bad enough to get the first pick, but they're not good enough to, again, they're just good enough to be eliminated in game number 78 or 80 or 80, right?
Right. And
Of the season.
that's a wonderful point because you're right. I mean, if you're in the purgatory of that where you aren't getting, the first round draft pick, I mean, you really are looking at a longer process. Was this ever kind of floated? Was there ever any atmosphere in the locker room while the season was wrapping up that these, guys were thinking we're heading into next year kind of in uncharted waters or kind of in this, kind of lull period of what happens next?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, again, not to the extent to make a major announcement regarding the front office, but again, so you got uncharted waters. You got what you got with your coach. Again, you signed Drew Bannister as your full-time coach. It in some circles it was a plan B sign because their plan A guy wasn't allowed to be signed by the NHL, and that will be the former Blues coach and former Blackhawks coach that's just skipping my mind right now.
Hmm.
But again, so like they fell to Drew Bannister, right? So that's good. But you know what you got in Drew. You know Drew is a players coach. He has coached all of these young guys in Springfield, so he knows how to handle these young egos on the team, right? And this team is very young too. Again, yes, Parayko's getting older there, right? And but again, this team is young. It's very young. And Shen is your Parayko and Shen are your leaders, right? And those are your veteran leaders that won the cup with the team.
Well,
And then Bennington. And
yeah,
Bennington's still young, by the way, right? To a certain extent.
yeah, it's
But this team is young, and again, they're just trying to learn how to win again.
That's a good point too. It just I think it's so bizarre because you're in this period too. I mean, you win the Stanley Cup 5 years ago, correct? That's 2019.
Yes.
You win the Stanley Cup 5 years ago, and you look up now. I mean, you were getting to a point where I mean, I knew of season ticket holders that refused to go to the games at certain points last year or the following year or the previous year too.
Mm.
And so it's like when you start having that problem, I mean, number one, it shows you that you aren't as solid of a program that you really think. Like the Cardinals, we talked about it, that's going to take them a while before the bottom line really gets affected. But with the Blues, I mean, almost it kind of gave me vibes of that 2007 season. We had So Taguchi as the only fan in the damn stands. You know, and it's like that's the morale that these season ticket holders were having. Does this do anything for them when they see a move like this?
Again, it depends. Again, it depends what's the move. Again, it's creating very intrigue. It's creating again, it's generating talk. It's generating fan speculation. What's going on? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Right? I see. Even if it's Doug Armstrong just stepping away, I see fans that are saying, "Hey, he." I know that the past 2 years were not good, but what he built in St. Louis that grab us the cup, hey, he should be celebrated each day here that he comes back afterwards.
Yeah.
So, and fans are again, and fans want again, fans know again. Even last year, some reports again, you said about fans not showing up. At certain points, fans showed up too. Again, even late in the season, it was again because you know what you get in hockey. It's going to be 2 hours and a half. If it goes to penalty shots, it's going to be 2:45, and then you're out in the building, right? It's still a party. It's still a good event. It's still a intimate crowd. Say this again, 18,000 people. It's again 18 crowd, but still, right, compared to a stadium when it's packed full for in 48,000 people.
Right.
So it's still again, and the team last year actually played better than the team before, obviously, because the team 2 years ago
That was
were
brutal.
were in the running for the first pick of the first round, and that's not good.
Right, and I think that's just my point. I mean, it's to me it's good to know. Number one, you would never see John Mozeliak assuming both roles and just deciding, hey, I'm not good enough anymore, or we need to make a change. And I'm sorry, I'll say that here on the show. There is no way John Mozeliak, if this is what happens today, would do it. But it also shows that the Blues have ears and they're listening. You know, and I think that's a good thing, regardless of what the move is. I'm just assuming they are like you; they're going to be making some type of announcement. They're listening and knowing they got to do something before the going gets really rough, and that's something the Cardinals really—I mean, not now, but a couple of months ago should have done better at.
Yeah, and again, going to the Cardinals, it's like, and people have to face music, right?
Yeah.
At this point, John Mozeliak's not getting fired. John, at this point, it's up to John Mozeliak when he does wants to make a move, and maybe it's in 2 years, and maybe it's as again after this season. But he has control. Again, he's one of the few people that have that job security, and again, good for him because he has that track record. But again, and build it with Junior, not Junior, but Junior also the build it with both of them basically love John Mosego as they see him as a family member, right? So it's hard. Again, it's like that's why the whole old phrase like, well, it's good to hire family, and then it's not good to hire family because if you hire family, it's tough to make a move, right?
Yeah, you know
And
how
John Moseliak wasn't family at first, but got brought into that family circle.
I'll say it. You've seen the movie Old Yeller.
Oh yeah.
Going forward, how are the Cardinals looking?
Again, they're gonna they are in the middle of a important stretch of the season because right now they're gonna play the Pittsburgh Pirates today at 1:15, and if they win this game, they get the series 2-1, whatever. But also on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday they face the Cubs. So a lot of important divisional games for the Cardinals here soon, right? So they have if this is an important stretch of the season because it might dictate what they do not only obviously in June, but what they do with the trade deadline. And again, that makes either buyers or sellers, right? So the important also the team is getting healthier. I've been I've been talking to Contreras the last 2 days, and he is slated again. It hasn't been announced, but he told me straight to my face that they're looking at the 18th for a rehab assignment in either AAA or AA. It just depends who's closest, right?
That's promising. And you know what? I'm kind of feeling a little bad about all the stuff I talked on Contreras last year. I'm just going to be honest. And you know, if you ever talk to him, just know that I am sorry for calling him a whiny baby at one point in time. And glad that he's coming back because, oh my God, Luis, we need him. Okay, I mean, we need him.
Contreras was dealt a bad hand last year because it wasn't his doing. There were certain players that were a whiny baby towards him.
Yep.
And again, and it's just all human, right?
I just want to.
He wasn't the bully. He was bullied. And the players that were getting bullied, that got or were doing the bullying, were traded. And you guys might think who's that person who was the ringleader.
I just want to point out that I will never apologize to Jack Flaherty as long as I live. I think that guy is a whiner and he's a loser. Anyway, Luis, wanted to talk to you a little.
There's a reason why he's stuck in Detroit.
Yeah, exactly. Going forward, I mean, so the Cardinals are at this point. I'm looking at standings, and I mean, yeah, the Central is what it is. You got the Brewers that are doing well, and you know, you got kind of us just kind of all tied for second place, you know, in that kind of slot. But you know, we're at a point now where the Phillies are running away with the East, but I don't see the Brewers running away with the Central. It happens every year in the Central where one team kind of pulls apart early and they fall apart right after the All-Star break. I mean, the relieving situation for the Brewers is top-notch. Brian Hudson was on fire. I haven't seen it the last couple of weeks, so I don't know. There's a lot of people doing great things, but do you think that this holds for the Brewers, who are normally known to kind of falter at some point in time?
Well, that's the thing. I told everybody. I know the Brewers have a 7.5 game lead in the division, but I know the Brewers have a 5 game losing streak in them some point this season, and that's going to be telling whenever they have that, which team is going to pounce. Obviously, Cardinals fans, you want the Cardinals to pounce on that position and just give it a good old try, right? But again, it's between the Cubs, Reds, Fire. Again, it's the whole division, right? The whole division is just bunched up, and that's the beautiful thing about the chaos of the Central. Yeah, it's not a great division, but all these teams right now are very, very similar. Again, the difference between second place and last place is half a game, basically.
Right.
So that's why it's good to have a bad division. It's good to have a third wild card because, again, if there was just if we were playing in the 2019 rules of the postseason,
we'd be done.
Basically, every race is settled, and then you have a lot of less teams in the wild card race.
Well, and too, that's a really good point because no one thinks about 2011. They think about the run. They don't realize how bad of a division it was in 2011. The
Cardinals in 2006 won the division with 80 what?
Exactly. You know what? It doesn't matter how damn good your division or how bad it is. It's all about the run you have and all the X factors that come into play. But Luis, let's talk. You got to get ready to go to this thing. I really appreciate you calling me on your drive in, but I really want to know when are the St. Louis City SC players going to become winners again? Because it's been a month.
It's actually been a month, and It's amazing that we celebrate again. And their best performance in that month actually was the game at Miami where you're tied.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you can do that, a lot of momentum going there to the next game and tied. And not only a tie at home, a very like lackluster tie. Like it's not. It's again. I think this team is what it is. If they make the playoffs, it's gonna be in the wild card as a 8th or 9th seed in the West, and they can just maybe again get hot and win this baby. Do it like NCAA tournament style, right? But it's just again, it's
bad. I mean, they have.
I think here's the thing. It's long enough. The season started in February, late February. It's the middle of June. We know what this team is right now.
Yep.
That's how I'm gonna say. I think this team is gonna be this team again.
You're right.
They're not gonna have bad losses, but they're gonna have bad ties.
You know what? That's a good way to look at it. And that's actually, I like that kind of thought on it. Hey, just wanted to point out for the folks at home going, man, CJ, you really turned your attention from the Cardinals to St. Louis City quick. Here's why. 2 wins in 2 months. And you guys are pro players. And I mean, like Luis said, these are just bad ties. I mean, just awful, awful, awful ties. Inter Miami, you play them well. But it's, it's just depressing. It's deflating. But what I think's still cool, though, Luis, is that the fans haven't really given up hope yet. And if you're right, if these guys get a wild card spot, maybe that's the motivation. Cardinal, I don't know how he or Parnell, whatever his damn name is. I don't know
Cardinal.
how. Yeah,
Cardinal.
Yeah, right. I don't know if that's what he uses for motivation. I don't know what he talks to these guys like. But I mean, if you make it in a wild card spot, you just give the speech, "Hey, they didn't expect us to be here, so make some noise and let them know we were." And maybe that's what carries you through. I just can't see anything more like you said.
Yeah. Again, it's gonna be tough to do that, but yeah, it's. Yeah, it is what it is, and again, maybe you can do like Kansas City did to you guys last year, right?
Right.
They just barely got in, and they won a series.
So before I take a quick pause and say goodbye to you, breaking news from the AP Wire, our partnership with them. The Supreme Court has officially thrown out that case for mifepristone, preserving access to that widely used abortion medication. We'll have more for you on the AP Wire coming out throughout the next couple of hours. So just stay tuned to RiverBender.com /news. All right, Luis, go have fun. See who's getting canned.
Cool, I will.
We'll take a quick break. Hey, by the way, you got to watch the on-demand on this. I found a good picture for you. I mean, this is like mint. We'll take a quick break. Daily Show comes back to you right here on this Thursday morning in downtown Alton.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trunked. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Welcome back. Daily show. Hitting you right in the nose. And, well, time to look at, hey, doing something here. We're going to take a look about what happened on this date in history. And, well, the big one, I don't know if any of you have heard these yet, but I may or may not have. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Blah, 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 blah. No, I'll call my attorney. Yep, that's right. In 1966, on June the 13th, the Supreme Court, not corn. I guess you could have Supreme Court. Man, it's been a long morning. The Supreme Court, Jesus, hands down, I do get paid, and I've done this for quite some time. Its decision in Miranda versus Arizona, establishing the principle that all criminal suspects must be advised of their rights before interrogation. Now considered standard police procedure. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford one will be appointed to you. And we've heard that many times in all of our favorite law dramas. The roots of Miranda decision actually goes back to March the 2nd. And I wanted to fill you in on this in case you've never heard the reason why. An 18-year-old Phoenix woman told police that she had been abducted, driven to the desert, and raped. Detectives questioning her story gave her a polygraph test, but the results inconclusive. However, the tracking license plate number of the car that resembled that of her attacker was brought police to Ernesto Miranda, who had a prior record as a peeping Tom. Although the victim did not identify Miranda in a lineup, he was brought into police custody and he was interrogated. What happened next is disputed, but officers left the interrogation with the confession that Miranda later recanted, unaware that he didn't have to say anything at all. The confession was extremely brief and differed in certain respects from the victim's account of the crime. However, Miranda's defense attorney, who was paid a grand total of $100, did not call any witnesses at the ensuing trial, and Miranda was convicted. While Miranda was in Arizona State Prison, the American Civil Liberties Union took up his appeal, claiming the confession to be false and coerced. Now, the Supreme Court overturned his conviction. Now, this is where it gets interesting. But Miranda was actually retried and convicted in October of 1966 anyway, despite that relative lack of evidence against him. He remained in prison until 1972. Ernesto Miranda was stabbed to death in the men's room of a bar after a poker game in 1976. So there you go. But I mean, as a result of the case, every person must now be informed of his or her rights. So he won the appeal because, I mean, it seems like the guy did this, but I mean, he won the appeal, and then they had to retry him so that way he knew of his rights and anyway convicts him again. But that's why we have the Miranda rights today, and a very serious case led to that. I mean, that's brutal. On this date in history, in 1777, Lafayette arrives in South Carolina with the intent to serve as General George Washington's second in command. That happened on this date, June the 13th, 1777. I just cannot. My big goal this next year is going on a couple of days just in the Commonwealth area, you know, where you can. I really want to go back and see the Revolutionary landmarks, you know, and I'd go to Peacefield where John Adams' house was, Braintree, the whole 9 yards, Williamsburg. I would love that. I just love hearing about the Revolutionary War. In 1895, Emile Levasseur drives a Panhard et Levasseur car with two-cylinder 750 RPM with a whopping 4 horsepower Daimler Phoenix engine over the finish line in the world's first automobile race. That happened on this date in 1895. Also on this date in history, the New York Times begins to publish sections of the so-called Pentagon Papers, a top-secret Department of Defense study of the America's involvement in the Vietnam War. That happened on this date in history. Also, on this date in the year 323, Alexander the Great, the young Macedonian military genius who forged an empire stretching from the eastern Mediterranean to India, dies in Babylon in present-day Iraq at the age of 33. On this date in 1983, the Pioneer 10 departs the solar system. After more than a decade in space, Pioneer 10, the world's first outer planetary probe, leaves the solar system. The next day, it radioed back its first scientific data of interstellar space. On this date in 1967, President Lyndon Johnson appoints U.S. Court of Appeals Judge Thurgood Marshall to fill the seat of retiring Supreme Court Justice, Associate Justice Tom C., and I forgot his last name. I put a note there and forgot to read it. Anyway, Thurgood Marshall is appointed to the Supreme Court on this date, June the 13th, 1967. And finally, actually, there's two more. President Thomas Jefferson received a subpoena to testify in the treason trial of former Vice President Aaron Burr on this date in 1807. And finally, just because I love her, by the end of the 1970s, the decade of her greatest success, Linda Ronstadt was being hailed with the honors of First Lady of Rock, top female pop singer of the decade, and on this date in 1975, she had her first #1 hit on the country music charts. Let's take a look at music on this date, and let's see, 2005, Michael Jackson was cleared of all charges of child abuse by a jury of 8 women and 4 men. At the end of a 16-week hearing in Santa Maria, California, Jackson found not guilty of all 10 charges, including abusing a 13-year-old boy, conspiracy to kidnap, and supplying alcohol to a minor to assist with the felony. That happened on this date in 2005. On this date in the year 2000, a roadie who worked for the Spice Girls, Elton John, and Whitney Houston was arrested and charged with smuggling millions of pounds worth of ecstasy into the United Kingdom. That happened on this date in the year 2000. On this date in 1995, the big one, Alanis Morissette released her studio album, Jagged Little Pill. The album went on to sell over 30 million copies worldwide and made Morissette the first female Canadian to score a U.S. #1 album. Jagged Little Pill featured massive hits featuring You Oughta Know, Hand in My Pocket, Ironic, and You Learn. Also, on this date in history, Billy Ray Cyrus in 1992 started a little bit of a run on the U.S. album chart with Some Gave All, and his debut album featured the worldwide breakthrough song Achy Breaky Heart, which was originally titled Don't Tell My Heart by the Marcy Brothers on their 1991 self-titled album. That happened on this date in 1992. In 1987, Whitney Houston started a 6-week run on the UK album chart with her second LP, Whitney. With this album, Houston set various records in the United States, and Houston became the first female artist to debut at #1 with an album and its first 4 singles. I Want to Dance with Somebody, Didn't We Almost Have It All, So Emotional, and Where Do Broken Hearts Go. They all peaked at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making her the first female to achieve that feat. On this date, in 1975, John Lennon made his last ever television appearance when he appeared on Salute to Sir Lou Grade, performing Slippin' and Slidin' and Imagine. The performance was recorded at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel on April the 18th, 1975. Also in 1975, Peter Frampton played the first of 2 nights at the Winterland Ballroom in San Francisco. Recordings from these 2 shows were used as part of his #1 double album, Frampton Comes Alive. It became the best-selling album of 1976, selling over 6 million copies in the U.S., and Frampton Comes Alive was voted Album of the Year by Rolling Stone readers in the poll. It stayed on the chart for 97 weeks. That is just incredible. Let's see. Any others for you today? Oh, one more. In 1966, Frank Sinatra at #1 on the UK singles chart with Strangers in the Night, composed by, Burt Kaempfert, and English lyrics by Charles Singleton and Eddie Snider. Sinatra's recording won him a Grammy Award for Best Male Pop Vocal Performance and Grammy Award for Record of the Year. Born on this date in history, anyone good? Let's see. Not looking too promising here. No. Yeah, boring day. June the 13th. Man, you make me sad. Hey, you know who never makes me sad? Grid Solar. Are you looking to reduce your energy bills? Grid Solar LLC here to help you make the switch to solar power. Solar energy, it's sustainable and cost-effective solution potentially that benefits both your wallet and your pocket. And you got to have someone you can trust. And at Grid Solar, they specialize on both sides of the river. Both sides of the river. Had to say it twice. And creating customized solar designs that truly meet your specific energy needs. This is an important process. I mean, this is a big purchase. You aren't buying a cup of coffee. I mean, you need someone that's trusted and tried and true, and I'm telling you what, Grid Solar is all of that in a bag of chips, and I'm so excited that they're joining us on the every other Monday at 10:10, where we talk all about Grid Solar, the solar energy, and ways that we can help ourselves with Grid Solar. Now, their experienced team is committed to delivering high-quality solar installations, exceptional service, and a hell of a lot more. You go to GridSolarLLC.com to request your free solar design and find out how solar energy can work for you. Embrace the future of energy with Grid Solar, your trusted partner on both sides of the Metro East. That's Grid Solar or GridSolarLLC.com. Top of the hour news next.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Luis gave us a little bit of an update here. 10:04, welcome back. Get over here. Luis just texted me live from the Blues press conference. Alexander Steen is now the assistant general manager for your St. Louis Blues. He will be serving as the special assistant to the general manager for the next 2 seasons. From then, Alexander Steen will then, after 2 years of being that special assistant, will assume the role of general manager of the St. Louis Blues. That happened breaking just about 5 minutes ago at this press conference that just started over there at Enterprise. Luis texted, if you're just tuning in, Steen is being announced as the special assistant to the general manager. In 2 years, Alexander Steen will be the general manager after that, I guess, probationary period of being the special assistant is over. Steen has a 5-year contract for all you Blues fans. If you're tuning in, this literally just happened 5 minutes ago. Alexander Steen is going to be the special assistant to the GM for 2 seasons. Following those 2 seasons, he will then be the general manager of the St. Louis Blues. Wow, there you go. How about that? Luis filling us in on a little bit of breaking news today. Getting back to top of the hour news here now on this 13th day of June. The time's 10:06. Here's what you need to know. The Mississippi River Festival is returning to Alton after a 44-year hiatus. And Grammy Award-winning blues rock band Larkin Poe, Nashville's Tyler Bryant and the Shakedown, and 90s hitmakers Fastball will be on hand. A $100,000 state grant and support from Great Rivers and Routes Tourism Bureau has aided in the festival's swift planning. The event coincides with the F1 Powerboat Racing Championships, enhancing the, I'm out of breath, weekend's excitement in Alton. In Woods River Main Street's bustling with activity and exciting plans, and the next What's Up Downtown meeting is set for 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, June the 20th at East Alton Woods River High School. Kristen Burns, the director of Woods River Main Street, invites residents to learn about local businesses and future plans. Selected as an Illinois Main Street in April, the organization aims to make Woods River a prime location to live, work, and to play. Events like the weekly farmers market, movie night, and potential building murals are part of their efforts. The goal is to grow while preserving the town's history. Following up on the report from Zachariah Yinger's attorney, we are going to follow up on some additional comments from Alton officials. Alton Mayor David Goins and Alderman Ray Strable have addressed the resolution between the Madison County State's Attorney's Office and Zachariah Yinger's following a search and seizure on March the 30th. Now, the state is going to return vehicles and $213,000 in cash, but the state will retain a CF Moto Z-Force and $175,000 in cash. Yinger has surrendered his business license and agreed to cease all hemp and THC sales in Madison County. Mayor Goins expressed relief that the issue has been resolved without charges, and Alderman Strable praised Chief Jarrett Ford for his thorough investigation and for engaging with concerned citizens. The first official decorative holiday lighting display on Clark Bridge in Alton will debut with a green, yellow, red color scheme for Juneteenth next Wednesday, June the 19th. City officials are considering an expanded schedule of holidays in corresponding colors. The City Council recently passed a resolution for the bridge's holiday lighting, which includes red, white, and blue for Memorial Day, the 4th of July, and Labor Day, among others. Alderman Strable amended the Alton High School color theme to entirely red. The expanded list, which includes all federal holidays, will be discussed at the Committee of the Whole meeting on June 24th. And we'll keep you updated as more details emerge. Also, finally in the news, as World Blood Donor Day nears on June the 14th, which is tomorrow, the American Red Cross is urgently calling for blood and platelet donors to address a severe shortage in donations over recent weeks. The need is particularly high for type O blood and platelet donors. Record-breaking summer travel and ongoing severe weather are likely to hinder donation efforts throughout the season, exacerbating their shortage. Donors are encouraged to schedule appointments by going to redcrossblood.org or by calling 1-800-RED-CROSS or using the Red Cross Blood Donor app. Those who donate between the 10th and 30th of June will receive a $15 e-gift card. You can visit redcrossblood.org/do-good for details on how you can be a part of it. Let's take a look at your weather. It's 83 degrees and it feels like 86. That's not too bad. It's just hot. Today, mostly sunny and hot, and tonight, mostly cloudy, humid with a strong thunderstorm in the area. Thunderstorms could potentially bring hail and damaging winds. Just stay tuned. We don't know if it's actually going to come in today or not, but that's what our weather desk is calling for. On Thursday, today, a high of 96 awaits us. A low of 71 awaits us in the evening. On Friday, partly sunny skies, a high of 87 degrees, a low of 62. On Saturday, a high of 88, a low of 68 degrees, no rain in the forecast. And on Sunday, a high of 99 degrees, a low of 75. That just made me kind of cringe a little bit. And then on Monday, a high of 97, a low of 95 a low of 75 yet again. You can stay up to date in real time all the time at RiverBender.com/weather or by calling the time and temperature line 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane. He is your local State Farm agent. Hey, before I take a quick break and send you to Skycam, let me fill you in on Alton Little Theater. You know, the 91st season is here, and they want you to be a part of it. They're just saying, Season tickets are on sale, and you have until the end of August to get them. You're getting all of these shows: Oliver, the Putnam County Spelling Bee, Rocky Horror Picture Show, Women of a Certain Age, Making God Laugh, all the best of the best Broadway series. There's literally so many events, so many shows, so many concerts that you and your family can go to and get rid of all the craziness going on in the world right now. Listen, whether or not it's at your own homestead or whether or not it's on the big four, stress is hitting us when we open up our phone screens and we walk out the door. When you go to Alton Little Theater, the best entertainers in the area, and I really mean that, the best at what they do. They come out and they perform for 2 hours and put all their hard work and dedication in this. Some of these folks are actually performing on larger stages throughout the region, and they're coming right back here to Alton and helping put on these shows that are just amazing. Lee Cox, Kevin Frakes, the whole cast and crew at Alton Little Theater is so passionate, and that's why Alton Little Theater is one of the most oldest continuous little theaters in the country and the oldest in the state of Illinois. I'm telling you what, once you go once, you'll never stop going. It's altonlittletheater.org. $89 for season tickets. Hell, $89 wouldn't even get you a soda at Fox Theater. And look what it's doing at Alton Little Theater for you while you're supporting local and supporting local arts. That's altonlittletheater.org, altonlittletheater.org. And don't forget to tell them that CJ sent you over their way. Hey, I just got to, real quick, I didn't realize that, and I had Alderman Strable, I didn't realize that they had to go back to committee and vote on the colors. You know, I just feel like that's kind of a little bit of a longer process just to vote on a color scheme. And I think it's great that we're doing them for all these holidays, but do we need to really bog down the agenda and for the committee of the whole for this? I don't know. It's just kind of a little bit of a question mark for me that we have to go through and vote on the colors. I don't know. I think we have more important business to take care of. At 10:13, let's take a look at Skycam and see how downtown Alton's looking today. Oh, man. Here's Skycam. We'll come back with more.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
DJ Mike Keith.
This is where I am today. Let me show you how I started.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com. Or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. Daily Show hitting you on a Thursday morning. Man, I am just getting worn out. This sinus stuff is just kicking my ass and taking my name. I'm telling you what. Hey, coming down the pipeline, Sydney Sinks does just a wonderful job here, and I can't speak highly enough of, just how great it is working with her, and that's why I love having her on the show. She'll be back tomorrow to talk about Blog Talk. Wanted to fill you in on the area farmers markets, and she did a really great report on this. Man, in Alton, that Alton Farmers and Artisans Market is 8 a.m. to 12 noon on Saturdays until October the 12th at the parking lot at the corner of Landmarks and Henry Street. In East Alton, they have a farmers market on Tuesdays through October the 22nd from 3 to 7 p.m. in Eastgate Plaza in East Alton. In Bethalto, the Bethalto Farmers Market is every Sunday through October the 13th from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. at East Central Street in Bethalto. And in Brighton, the Farmers Market is on Thursdays from September 20th to June 20th through September the 12th. And it's 4 to 7 p.m. at Schneider Park in Brighton. The Bunker Hill Flea and Farmers Market is 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturdays through the 7th of September. At Country Vibes Vendors and More in Bunker Hill and in Carlinville, their market days are 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. on the first Saturday of the month through November. At the downtown square there in Edwardsville, that Land of Goshen Community Market, 8 a.m. to 12 noon on Saturdays through October the 19th. And in Grafton, that Riverside Flea Market meets 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on the fourth Saturday and Sunday of the month through October at the loading dock in Grafton. The Hillsboro Farmers Market meets on the first and third Saturday of the month through September from 9 a.m. until 12 noon. The Jersey... Man, Sydney, you did a good job on this. The Jersey County Farmers and Artisans Market meets 4 to 7 p.m. on Tuesdays. June the 18th is when it starts. September the 24th when it ends. That happens at the Jerseyville Center Plaza at 403 North State Street in Jerseyville. The Litchfield Pickers Market meets 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the second Sunday of each month through October. Maryville Farmers Market, 5 to 7 p.m. on Thursday at Fireman's Park. In New Baden, the New Baden? That's always been a debate. Is it New Baden or New Baden? Now, I'm sure when you go down to New Baden or New Baden, they're going to tell you you're saying it wrong regardless. But I was talking about that I think it was to Dan. Not Dan upstairs, but my buddy Dan that works for the as the amphitheater commissioner. I was talking about this. I think it's New Baden. New Baden? What do you guys think? Weigh in. And I don't know how you can because you got to text it, maybe hyphenate it. Maybe. Type out the phonetical pronunciation. Hey, the New Baden Farmers Market, New Baden, 8 a.m. to 12 noon on the last Saturday of the month through September at Veterans Memorial Parkway. And then in Wood River, their farmers market meets at 4 p.m. until dusk every Thursday in the downtown lots. In Wood River. If you're missing a farmer's market, don't let me know about it. Email it to Sydney at RiverBender.com, and let her know what we need to add to the list. Hey, Denise Sparks is always adding to her list over there at Sparks Junk Removal and Hauling. About a year ago, she took a big plunge and said, I'm taking on the big boy, I'm taking on the big trash company, and I'm telling you what, she's never looked back. Their weekly trash pickup is growing and growing all across the community, whether or not you're in Morrill, Bethalto, Cottage Hills, Brighton, Godfrey, you name it, Grafton, Elsa, Sparks Junk Removal, Hauling, and Trash Pickup is here for you. You know what I think's great is their customer service. You call, you get them on the phone. They don't tell you have an expedited claim, and they'll call you in 3 weeks. They take care of you. And with their community initiatives like the free Christmas tree pickup, or their, really expedited process of you just literally sending them what you have on your curb and saying, how much, here's what I need you to pick up, that she'll text you right back, get a quote, and you're good to go. Now, their tried and true junk removal services have been here for 30 years, and you all know about them. You got that hot tub that's been around since the Bush administration that hasn't worked since 2012. The neighbor's getting ready to report you because you got so many mosquitoes around it. It's a problem. You need Sparks Junk Removal. Now, if you're like me and you're ready to make the switch, my parents didn't have it. Look back, you're seeing those purple and yellow trash cans. They're mating all over the 618 like bunny rabbits, just popping up, pop, 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 pop. It's because of customer service. It's because of customer satisfaction, and it's because that Sparks Junk Removal loves where they live, and boy, do they love local. That's sparksjunkremoval.net, sparksjunkremoval.net. Reclaim your space today. We're going to take a little bit of a pause here. Chocolate Covered Creations, they're up next.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Even if they say you're wrong, well, it's alright. Sometimes you gotta be strong. Well, it's alright. As long as you got somewhere to lay, well, it's alright. Every day is Judgment Day. Maybe somewhere down the road away.
Welcome back, 10:26. A little bit of change on this Thursday morning. We got Eric and Brianna. Did I spell Brianna right? I feel like it's one N. No, that's right. Did I? Yep. Wow, hell freezes over. Normally I buy something once a show. Well, Chocolate Covered Creations, I saw the video Charles did and saw the write-up, and now you guys have been going for 2 years now, but now you're in a brand new spot.
Yeah.
How are we feeling?
It's
Great. Definitely a big change, bigger pace of the amount of people that come in, and it's been really great for us.
Yeah, we've also been able to expand into like more food options because before we only did desserts, and now we do like wraps, like breakfast sandwiches and stuff like that. It's
Salads
a lot easier.
and
Bigger kitchen. We hired like a pastry chef, so like all like our croissants are all made from scratch and everything.
Oh,
So,
really?
Like, yeah, we've been able to do a lot more.
Like at the other location, we could only we never did croissants, but if we were to do something like that, we would have to buy the
Like bulk from somewhere.
from like Sam's
a
Club
local,
or
yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Got-
And
yeah.
not
Okay.
as good of a quality. And now that we have more room in our kitchen, we were able to hire a pastry chef and
Wow.
do everything from scratch now.
Yeah, it's been pretty nice because like it's just a struggle though because we gotta wake up super early to get the food and everything. Because we open at 6 and usually some of our customers get there super early and they're
3
like,
a.m. is not fun, but
Is that what time you guys are getting up?
Yeah.
because you gotta get up like we proof them for 3 hours so.
the croissants have to set and proof. And normally we put them because we don't live very far from our
Uh-huh.
spot, and so we put them in the proofer, then go back home, take a nap, and then come back to the cafe at 5 and get everything started for breakfast.
What keeps you motivated on that? Because, I mean, no matter how long, because I used to get up, we always would joke with one that did the morning show was you got to really like getting up in the morning to do it.
Oh.
But, I mean, is it the customer base? Is it just the mission?
So I used to work for like a steel mill, and I used to have to work at 3 in the morning. And I was like, if I can do it for someone else, I can do it for like our business, you know.
Good answer.
So
I had a problem in the beginning. I'm not a morning
Me too,
person
I would've
at all. But I've found it makes me definitely more productive during the day. Like, I can wake up at 3 in the morning and then get breakfast started, get everything going, and then around like 10 o'clock in the morning, I go to the gym and get my personal stuff out the way, and then go grocery shopping, and then come back to the cafe and finish all my orders, and because I do custom orders as well for cakes and things like that. And so I get everything out the way, and then by 6 o'clock, we close at 8, but around 6 o'clock, I normally go home to my son. Because we have a kid, and he's 4, he's about to start school, so I'm trying to soak up as much
Time
with
as
him
you can,
yeah.
Well, and I think it's really cool, though, that some work in your past experience is actually paying off and then some, because, everyone wants to do something fun and cool until you see all the things we don't really brag about on our Facebook posts, when you started, take me through how the decision was made, hey, let's take an opportunity here, because Granite City's got a lot of good stuff going on, and I stay up to date on their 60420 Facebook page, one of them, and just to see some of the additions, but also just to see that, you guys are really starting to create your own footprint there and become a staple.
It was it's just a little crazy because like we did this like out of our house for like 3 years. So we started doing like chocolate dipped strawberries.
It started with COVID.
I was going freaking crazy this last week thinking about this because I saw your guys' stuff before, and I'm like, I didn't think they were in a damn building. I all weekend I kept thinking about that and the strawberries. Thank you, because I was gonna have a stroke today.
We would do custom orders for strawberries, Valentine's Day and stuff, and sell them on Facebook. And one of our biggest customers came to us after like a year and was like, "Would you guys ever like thinking to expand or anything?" We're like, "Yeah, we'll expand. Like that would be cool." And then she helped us get into the first location. She's our other co-owner. Her name's Sue. And then she helped us get into the first location. She does all like the background stuff of the business.
So she does our payroll, our accounting, our taxes, all of the, big business things.
Yeah,
and
she's
we're
in
kind of
charge
more
of all that.
Heck yeah, Sue. That's a team right there. That's a good team.
So we just run the day-to-day. Like, we get all the desserts and stuff. And we got a pretty big team. Most of our team is all family members and stuff. So
do you like it working with family?
Yeah.
Because I come from a family business, and sometimes it's fun, sometimes not. But
you get the people who actually care about your business.
Yeah.
Instead of not to like hate on like this generation, but like teenagers don't care as much as your family. Like they're the same age as them, but they're family. They care about us, so they're gonna care about our business and want us to succeed.
Well,
and it helped them in the long run by getting paid.
Well, it's a good point to make too, because it's so hard to hire people. I mean, right now, all we are begging for is a damn salesperson, one that's really good, because I am not. And so it's hard to find someone that's truly passionate about that matches your level of intensity when it comes to that passion and getting in there.
Yeah.
And to know your family's kind of stepping up and filling some spots is cool.
And slowly finding people who are just as talented as I was in the beginning, It's been hard, but we've found our niche and our people, and we're ready to grow, but money,
Yeah, baby steps, baby
different.
steps. So do you remember the first day in the brick and mortar at the first location?
It was hectic. Oh my God, yeah.
In the beginning, I think we were there
It was just us two and Sue.
Yeah.
So 3 of us. We had no employees. We started off from we were like, oh, we've got this. We didn't think it was going to be that crazy. We were selling out every single day. I was staying up. We were all staying up from 6 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock in the morning the next day.
We'd go home to sleep for 2 hours and then come back, because we live 5 minutes away. So we'd go home, we'd take a nap and come back.
It was the most, and the line was through the door all the way to the street, because our parking lot was not that big, so it was literally to the street with people. And people were parking at Schnucks, over at the church, everywhere that they could find. It was...
Yeah,
it was a flash. It's a blur. It was so
for
crazy.
her the most, because she had to do all the desserts in the beginning.
Yeah.
And
you never know how much you're gonna need. So
she was the only person to know how to use the barista, the espresso machine. So she was our only barista. So she would have to bake, and we'd stay there till
I would bake
3 in the
at
morning.
night, and then work on the espresso machine during the daytime while we were open, and I was just running myself ragged. And finally, we hired a couple of people and got some family members to help too.
Well, our family members helped throughout there, but they also had their normal jobs.
Right.
Because we're we can't just all come here first and not be super successful.
Right. We gotta take care of the bills.
Yeah. We gotta make sure everything runs right and figure it out ourselves, and then implement people to do all that type of stuff.
Well, and when did you guys decide, hey, it's really time to start expanding here, because we can't do this anymore with the line going out the door, and maybe we need some more kitchen space we were talking about earlier? When did you decide that?
It was just random.
I think it was within the first 2 weeks of us being open, because we were just so slammed, and I was exhausted.
Our kitchen space was as big as this room.
Literally, we did not have a big space at all.
Because the way it used to be a gas station, so the refrigerator system was bigger than our kitchen. So we had
our
2
refrigerator
tables,
was storage,
and it was a cornered building. It was our kitchen was a triangle. So there was a sink and then just 2 tables and the oven. So there wasn't much space to do anything.
It was time to move.
It was rough, yeah.
So what made you drawn to this spot?
The spot that we're in now? Location. It's right across the street from the high school. It's busy traffic. It's right next to, there's, what is that, Save a Lot. Goodwill just opened up there right next to it. Glick's used to be there, but they had moved. Mariah, Paradise Tan, which it's a big spot that a lot of people go to, and then Duke's is next to us. The Vin Hose is a staple in Granite. It's all right there, and then we were smack dab in the middle, and it's literally triple the size of our other locations, so it was ideal. And the owner of the property gave us a good deal for an increase every year instead of a big lump sum right in the beginning, because it was hard to get that much money to move.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, because in the first the first location wasn't too expensive to like open because it already came with a refrigeration system, but Firehouse Subs they took everything.
They took everything.
So like
we had no refrigeration.
they took out their
there.
walk-in and stuff. So
and we couldn't take our refrigeration that we were used to with us because it was a part of the building.
yeah.
They took out the damn walk-in?
Yeah, it was weird.
Yes, it was so weird.
It was weird.
That's like really petty. I feel like there was a
yeah.
bad split there at some point.
but yeah, just like we're just like we needed
to find a lot of money very quickly, and we wanted to grab the spot before it sold. So because we wanted to definitely stay in Granite, and it was time to expand, and that was the biggest spot that we could find that was worth our while.
Have you guys lived in Granite?
Yeah, we live in Granite.
Yeah, we've been there
since high school.
Yeah, since high school.
Yeah.
Take me through the community because I don't know too much about Granite, and I'll be honest about that. I want to learn more. I want to get more businesses to come on the show and talk and promote themselves.
There's tons of small businesses in Granite that need the publicity. A good one is that we like to go to is Tacos El Manny. They live right around the corner from our house, and their tacos are phenomenal. Another good place is Sissy Space. She has little trinkets, and she also has another like it's her what's her bar called?
Air Cooled Corner.
Air Cooled Corner.
Oh,
it's
okay.
the coolest spot
it's
ever.
like a car enthusiast like bar. It's
Really
pretty,
cool.
Like,
yeah.
They just opened that one up recently, I think a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And then Jerry's Cafeteria is a really nice place.
They've
do a lot
been
of,
around for,
yeah.
I think he said, I just saw his video this morning.
Yeah, they've been around for like 80 years,
80
I think.
years, his
Yeah.
family's been running
And they got
it.
these really good like cheesy mashed potatoes. Those things are my favorite things they got there. We always cater to them for like our like team meetings.
Their tostadas that they do, they're so yummy.
Well, and that's what I wanted to ask you about too. It just seems like the atmosphere, the community is really growing up there, and people are really, trying their best to make things work. And I just think we need to get up there more. And whenever you came in, what was the layout? What was the vibe you were going for in this new building? Because I'm seeing it just on the video again that's playing on my screen, and it's really nice inside.
Yeah,
so basically, since the first building was too small, and like we didn't know nothing about coffee in the beginning, we kind of just learned as we went.
Yeah.
And like we realized that we built our counter space too small for like how much traffic we got to do, and like the plumbing.
Yep.
So like we upgraded everything. So when we built like the barista bar,
we
were
made
able,
it all from scratch.
We
and
made sure that
awesome.
like we had like everything we needed for like to make it run smoothly.
Customized it the way that we knew that our baristas were gonna need it.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that was the cool part about moving is we got like the first place was like a trial run.
Yeah.
And like this place is more like okay, we know what we need, and we got to upgrade a lot of things and add a bunch of like neat stuff to it.
All the things that were popping through our head in our old location that we wanted to do but didn't have the room for, we got to do it here. We got to have our floral drop down that people take pictures and selfies in. We got to have the huge murals that we were originally wanting at the old location, but that didn't pan out the way we wanted it to. And then we got the seating that we wanted, the pink booths that we wanted. It just all turned out phenomenal. And then our kitchen area also
it's still kind of small, but
it's not the biggest, but it's definitely a lot bigger than the other location.
So I have some questions now that we're into the thick of the interview and all getting settled in here. So this is your boba, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
What is a boba? I am not hip.
So bobas are like Taiwanese tea drinks.
Okay.
So they're like flavored with black tea or a green tea. We do ours a little different because we do like target the kids and like the younger generation. So we don't really put the tea in there. And we've noticed like in our area, a lot of people don't like the tea flavor.
Asian culture is a lot different than American culture.
so
we
like
like things to be a lot sweeter and more creamier. The Asian culture likes the deep tea taste and more of the spicy to the
So
drinks.
that's like the difference between us and a lot of places. So some people are like, oh, this doesn't taste different, but like it's not bad. It's just sweeter. And we cut out the tea base and we use just a water base. And they're called milk teas, but we don't use milk. We use a non-dairy creamer because a lot of people are like lactose intolerant and stuff. So that way it kind of gets rid of that problem.
What are the balls?
It's like these tapioca starch that they're made. We buy them.
They're made with tapioca pearls. So tapioca is like a chewy, kind of like a gummy bear, but a little softer. And then we soak them in brown sugar to give them that nice sweet flavor. Otherwise, they wouldn't taste like anything.
Yeah.
They'd just be a little ball of squishy.
And like a lot of people get like canned ones, but we like cook them.
We cook them
we
ourselves.
cook them and stuff.
So is tapioca like the pudding tapioca?
Kinda, but not.
Okay, just so I know, because I'm learning here.
That's what a lot of people think whenever I say tapioca. It's not that flavor as in tapioca pudding, but it's just made out of the starch from tapioca, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's
wow.
And then there's a lot of different kinds of boba too. We have popping boba, jelly boba, you know, the aloe drinks at the gas station.
Yeah.
We have those jellies as well, and then popping boba is like a burst in your mouth. Like it's as soon as it touches your mouth, it like pops, and it's just like a burst of flavor.
Yeah, we got like I think 10 different popping flavors. We got strawberry, kiwi, passion fruit, mango, brown sugar, peach.
Peach is my favorite.
Honey. No, we got too many.
Yeah. No, I got to ask you. I have seen this picture hundreds of times, and I have to ask you this because you're in the studio. Is this is beautiful? Number one. Now, are these your donuts or are these cookies?
These neither. They are chocolate covered pineapples.
What?
Yeah.
No, hell no. That is awesome.
They are so delicious.
So that's a pineapple.
Yes.
Yeah, so
and it's covered in strawberry crunch that we make from scratch.
Okay.
And then drizzled with white chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
That is really cool. What's it taste like?
Heaven.
Good answer. Good answer.
I haven't actually had one.
Okay, now I feel better.
Yeah, no. So like sometimes I question some things. I
love it, man. That's awesome.
One of our customers when we used to do it from her like house like saw them on like the internet. She's like, "Can you guys recreate these?" And we're like, "Yeah, we can try." And then like she loved them and we posted them and like a lot of people kept ordering them, so we just kept them around. I've never tasted it because it just I'm not a chocolate fan and I don't like sweets.
So what is that's a good point though. What does the chocolate kind of taste like in that? Is it a white chocolate?
It is. It's a Ghirardelli white chocolate. We use Ghirardelli all across the board with any of our chocolates. And it's I don't even know. I'm addicted to them.
Yeah.
I have a problem. I'm a chocolate fanatic. I can't get enough of them. So whenever we do make them, I have to not look at them because they're so good. The strawberry crunch gives it that crunchy and strawberry like taste, and it's just all around heaven. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just really good.
Well, it's almost like it seems to me. It almost looks like one of those strawberry eclairs that you'd get from the Prairie Farms, like ice cream container.
That's exactly what it is.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I gotta ask you this because I've always had questions about these bad boys too. Is this a macaroon?
Yes.
Okay. What do they taste like? Because I've never had one.
You can get them in a bunch of different flavors. The ones that were up there was for Teacher Appreciation Week. So the apple ones had an apple filling. The macaroon itself is just kind of like a vanilla, soft, airy pastry. Not even a pastry. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just soft, airy, and then once you start chewing it, it gets a little bit chewy. The filling is sometimes buttercream, sometimes like a whipped meringue. It just depends on what flavor you're getting.
Yeah, that's something new we added because of our pastry chef. So
she knew how to do all that. She went to California for school, and she learned all that in California. And then I'm just so lucky that I found her. She's the best.
So, I mean, that's just amazing. So what do prices range for some of your items? I mean, it's hard to go through the menu and just give out every price.
Most of our items are like $3 and up. We're a little pricier than most places, but it's because we use like really
quality
expensive products like Ghirardelli.
Yeah.
We try to like go for like the best products out there.
You won't believe how much money we spend in butter alone.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know.
So for our croissants, we have to use like a European butter. So we gotta
because it's got a higher fat percentage.
Okay.
That's something I didn't know. She's like, yeah, so I can use this butter for now, but like we have to get these or else they're not. They don't like mix in good or something. I don't really know that aspect. She just tells me what she needs. I'm like, okay, I'll get it for you. So
we definitely let our bakers in the back get creative.
That's a good team.
If they want something that they want to try, they send us a list and then we get it.
That's a good team, though.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you aren't saying, well, we can't get that. You aren't saying no. I mean, hell, if they know something that you don't, let's learn together and let's create some good stuff.
Well, we're definitely not professionals whenever it comes to, knowledge and knowing everything. We definitely like to get all of our team's input on anything that we do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So like when we like release drinks or like any food items, we make everyone try it and like let us know it's missing this, or it needs to be sweeter. I think it needs more sourness. So like everyone has to try it, and then like we do a monthly meeting, and we're like, so how do we think about this drink, and this food item? So that's how we kind of like come up with things.
Because we're starting to do a movie night. That's one of our big things that we're trying to get done during the summertime, because activity for kids to do in the community. And we are about to have our team meeting in a couple of days, actually, and we'll discuss like what movies we want to play. We want to do 2 nights, so like Tuesday and Thursday, and one of those days during the week will be anime themed, so like Studio Ghibli, One Piece, like any of the anime movies. And then the Thursday we will do like kids shows, like Trolls or Turning Red, or like one of the older movies that's not in the theaters but like still relevant to this generation.
So I think this is really cool. I think you're hitting a lot of boxes. And now, I got to ask, were you all both into anime, you know, and everything else? Is that kind of what started this fun? Because the community is, I'm not a part of it. I know of it, of course, but it's very large.
I grew up on anime. Like, I used to watch it on ABC Family and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so since I was little, I used to watch it. One Piece was like my first one. So like that's my favorite because it like got me into anime. So I've been watching it since I was like 8, and then we moved on to Toonami, which was on Cartoon Network. But then they shut down, and then we got to Funimation and Crunchyroll. So I've been watching it since I was 8.
It was a whole thing when they started merging. It was
So and then like now I think the internet and stuff has realized that anime is pretty popular. So like you'll see Netflix has bought a lot of licenses to a bunch of anime nowadays. Amazon Prime right off the bat started it, and like they're all streaming all that type of stuff. And then she loved bacon, and she always wanted to do like a bakery and stuff, so we could combine both ideas.
Which is brilliant. I mean, we're on the screen now here, and just an inside look at Chocolate Covered Creations in Granite. So, is there always anime playing? Is there always something on that screen?
We try. But sometimes, so we love anime, but my family doesn't, you know?
There we
so
go.
they're like, oh,
some of the employees they get tired of it a little bit.
And we kind of keep it like kid friendly, so like we can't watch like all the anime, so we gotta like make it like where they're not cussing too much or like too much like gore and stuff.
Because some of it is like not age appropriate. Because we do get a lot of kids. Because kids love anime.
So.
But I wouldn't play Attack on Titan very much because of all the gore. But if one of the customers were to change the channel and like turn it on, I'm not gonna get mad at it. You know?
I think it's good though for parents to know that too, that you guys are actively monitoring what's on those screens, because that does get a little nerve-wracking when you know 7-year-old or 8-year-old Johnny's going into the store with mom and they're looking up and seeing some guy's arm getting cut off. You know, a little different, but it's cool to know that you guys are really looking out for the youth in the community too. And is your goal with being across from the high school almost being a mini community center for some?
We definitely like to have all the kids come over after school and just hang out, because I know a lot of them wait for their parents to get off work, and they come in, get a drink, and do their homework while they're waiting for their parents, and that's what we strive to do and help them have a safe place to stay.
So what are your hours?
6 o'clock in the morning to 8 p.m. weekdays, and then Saturdays are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then Sunday is 8 to 4.
Really cool. And now Vince, coming down the pipeline, I know you guys talked about movie nights. Is there anything that we should mark our calendars for yet?
We do have our book club that will be starting soon. I believe next week on Sundays we're starting to do book clubs.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out a date.
Yeah.
That's why we're having a team meeting on Monday.
Oh, cool.
Because we're
trying to figure everything out.
So when we installed the projector, a lot of light comes in through our building. So we're
trying to find ways to dim it a bit.
Yeah, with summer, like the sun doesn't go out down to
until like 9 o'clock.
Yeah. So we're just like, so what do we do now? So we're trying to figure out a solution for that. That's why we didn't start it this week, because like it kind of messed everything up. So we're trying to figure out dates for that.
And ready to go, but I also want to buy a popcorn maker too.
Ooh, that'd be.
Yeah.
The way the head turned, I didn't know if that was discussed yet.
No. We've talked about it, but the employees are like, we don't have room in the kitchen. Where do you want to put it?
I would just do like a self-serve one. You know how they have it at like at Rural King. You grab a bag and go. I don't know.
100%.
We'll figure it out.
Listen, there's not a lot of electric. Our building does not have like a lot of electric to like put this thing. So
Now, if folks want to use you for your customized orders, what are some of the things you customize? Do you do bulk?
We try and do as bulk as possible. Like weddings, we've done tons of
Okay.
weddings. It's wedding season, so I'm like booked for weddings.
Oh.
We do custom like birthday cakes. Those are probably my favorite thing to do. Strawberries, mini cheesecakes, anything that we sell in the cafe, you can get, and then some.
Well, hold on real quick before I say goodbye to you. These ain't your mom's chocolate-covered strawberries, folks. Look at that damn gourmet thing right over there. I mean, you can tell just by the way the chocolate looks. I mean, have you seen the ones you get them for Valentine's Day there? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't give homemade items, but if you aren't making them like Brianna over here, you probably shouldn't be giving them away. You know, you get them, the chocolate's like that syrup stuff. It's cracking and falling off. This is a gourmet chocolate-covered strawberry that's ready for you to enjoy, and you can get those in bulk. Now, how do they reach out for orders like that?
Message me through Facebook. That's or you can come in person. I prefer Facebook. That way I have your name written down in my calendar, and I just look you back up on Facebook. It's a quick and easy way for things to get done.
Really cool. And now, coming down the pipeline, is there anything else that we need to talk about? I kept you, I told you, 10, 15 minutes. Here we are, 20, actually a lot longer later. Is there anything else we haven't talked about?
I don't think so.
I think
we covered most.
What is
the only other event we probably will do this year is our 2-year anniversary.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. So we'd release
that would be at the end of August.
Yeah, it's like August 27th or 26th, something.
Whatever weekend that falls on.
Yeah.
Really cool. What's the biggest pain when it comes to pastries? What's the biggest pastry pain?
Proofing.
Ah, there we go. That's interesting. Okay.
Proofing.
It takes so long, and you're just like, come on.
We could buy
you're
the
just
big
sitting there not
fancy
doing
machines
nothing.
Like
to
watching
do it
paint
for
dry?
us,
Yeah.
but
That's so cool. Well, Brianna, seriously, Brianna and Eric, best of luck. I'm glad you guys stopped by. Stop by Chocolate Covered Creations. Check out their Facebook. Check out the RiverBender.com articles. Check out anything you need to get you in there. Stop by. Get those chocolate-covered strawberries and macaroons. Let me know what they... I have never had a macaroon in my life.
I should have brought you some.
That is interesting. I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to get a macaroon. With that being said, we'll take a quick break before we do a little bit of business. Are you looking for a fresh start on the road to recovery? A life free from addiction is possible, and it starts at Centerstone. Centerstone's that national leader in mental health and substance use disorder treatment for people of all ages with a commitment to delivering care that truly changes people's lives. Their dedicated clinicians use evidence-based practices in their treatment program, so that means the recovery care plan is developed for you. They meet with us on the first and last Wednesday of each month, and we talk about substance use disorders and ways that Centerstone can help families just in case you might need it now, you might need it in 3 months, but when you need to know it, you already have that information. If you're ready to make that fresh start, and if you're ready to take on that unknown journey on the road to recovery, just know that Centerstone's that constant guiding force for you on that road. Addiction can happen to anyone, guys, but so can recovery. That's the good thing. So start working towards your recovery today. RecoverWithUs.org, RecoverWithUs.org, or call 1-877-HOPE-123.
Get paid to go solar. We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville. Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home.
Taking care of a little bit of business.
I know I laughed when you left.
I got to fill you in real quick on Haug Orthodontics, a new sponsor of the show. We want to thank Dr. Haug for committing to Riverbender and supporting local. You know, for years, Dr. Haug has been trusted and true when it comes to orthodontics. And I mean, let's be honest here about something. You guys have middle schoolers. You guys have been in middle school. You all have been in elementary school. You might have kids in elementary school. There is nothing more nerve-wracking than that trip to the orthodontist, because you know it can either make or break the morale of your little one. When you go to Dr. Haug, I'm telling you, she'll make them feel like $1 million. And what I think's amazing is the way that she really treats the clients' families too. I mean, all throughout the process, you were being engaged with, and you're going to have a wonderful experience. And whether or not you're looking for those full set of braces, or maybe you want to learn more about some Invisalign treatments that are a more cost-effective solution potentially, and could maybe help the same problem, Dr. Haug's going to give you that knowledge. Dr. Haug's going to give you that expertise. Dr. Haug's going to tell you what you need to do and how you need to do it, and she's going to give you the best care possible. She's done that for years, and she'll continue to do so. Go to Haug Orthodontics website and learn more about how you can schedule that appointment, get your little one in there, and get that taken care of before school starts. And do it in the best way possible with Haug Orthodontics. Make sure you tell them CJ sent you over their way. Then, wanted to fill you in on tomorrow's show. We're going to be talking to just a bunch of people. We got a full show to wrap up the week. And I'm about ready to wrap up the day, you know? Anyway, we're going to be talking to Sydney Sinks. We're going to learn a little bit about Blog Talk. Tara Lee Griffin joins us. But what I think's really cool, last year, and all of them are cool, but last year we had a couple on that talked about a backpack drive they do where they give out free backpacks. They want kids to be taken care of and have all they need to start their school year. We're going to have that conversation again, and that's why I love this show. If you're in Granite City, if you're in Edwardsville, my voice is going. That's why I'm getting a little quiet right now, and the sinuses are starting to kill me a little bit. I want you to know that this show is not just about the Alton Godfrey community. This show reaches hundreds of thousands of people a year, millions of people a year, actually, 100,000 people every month, actually more than that. And what I'm getting at is this show is for the Riverbend region. Just like Brianna and Eric are on, I want you on. If you're watching this show right now at 10:58 and a little bit of change on this 13th day of June, and you know a buddy in Granite City, a buddy in Glen Carbon, a buddy in Hartford, a buddy all throughout the Riverbend that's got something unique going on, that's helping their community, that's a business owner, that's a staple, that just is starting out, you send them over our way and we'll take care of them. Unlike other companies, Riverbender's committed to being a partner, a true partner, not one that's just going to say, all right, here you go. One that's going to be with you for the long ride, and we want to talk about you right here on this show. That's why I started this show on RiverBender.com. It's a show by you and for you, and I'm just along for the ride, and we'll always be there for you. Before I say goodbye for now, let me fill you in on Picture This and More. They have the best custom framing options in the region. You know, I tell you all the time about that shadow box, and every time I think of that story, it brings tears to my eyes because it meant so much to me. And I gave it to Clint with about maybe a week to get it done before Christmas. and it looked beautiful. He took care of me, and he's always been a good person when I walk through the door. And when any of us walk through the door, he'll take care of you. Whether or not you need custom framing options, maybe you need a shadow box like I did, or maybe you want to go in and stop in the door, see that beautiful showroom, and see all the local art. It's Picture This and More, and you can find them on Facebook. I'm out of time. I'll see you live at 9 tomorrow. On that note, enjoy your day, and just try your best to stay out of jail.
What a one-way ticket back.